video camera. I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. We've got a long day ahead of us. We've already got the first part done. We just got out of church here. It is currently 12:08 right now. And we are going to do something fun. Got up early this morning and I got this last night. This is a car mount for my camera. Therefore, I can talk, I can vlog, I can do things while I'm driving. Hopefully not looking at the camera though. But today is going to be a real test. Today is going to be actually a kind of nervous test. I'm very anxious actually. Not used to vlogging. I think I might vlog, I'm not sure. We'll see. If you want to see more vlogs, leave a like on this video. Just to see more, just to see what I do throughout my day. But I'm anxious because I am vlogging and this is on my car and people at stoplights can see me and then see the camera and see me talking to myself. So that's anxious. But I'm going to a movie right now. I'm going to see Infinity War, and I am going all alone, all by myself. Now, usually I get very anxious. Usually I get very anxious when I am in a huge group of people. I get very anxious, not really fun. But going by myself to a movies gives me more anxiety than I would be in a group of people. I don't know why. It's just weird, but I think it's gonna be fun. So this is gonna be my thoughts on Infinity War. I've not seen it. I've not had anything spoiled for me. I don't know how anything pans out. So really, I just kind of want to talk about what I think is going to happen and what I would like to see. First things first, I want some like serious character moments, and it could be character deaths. I want to group that in there as well. I think character deaths could be. I think it could be fun. Not fun, but like entertaining. I think we need some more death here, because every time I had this problem with Guardians 2. Every time there was a serious moment, they would kind of break it with a laugh. And I hope that Infinity War kind of breaks that mold, kind of makes us feel for the characters and makes us feel real death, because we've spent 10 years with these actors and these characters that hopefully we can have some nice moments of closure with them and everything. That's one thing that I like, that I would want. Second thing, I want Thanos to be a good villain. I don't want him. I've seen all the trailers and everything, and he obviously, in the comic books as well, he wants to destroy half of the universe, take out half of the entire universe, and that's why he's getting the Infinity Gauntlet. I want Thanos to be more than just like a brooding bad guy. Like, I'm gonna destroy half the universe just to destroy half the universe. I want there to be real motivation behind it. I also want to, and I hope that the trailers were kind of wrong. I hope we have a Thanos with the full entire Infinity Gauntlet, with all 6 of the Infinity Stones, 5 of the Infinity Stones, Thanos. Yeah, 6 Infinity Stones. I hope, because we know where all of them are. Like, this movie is obviously going to be about Thanos, getting all of them. But I hope the trailers were wrong when it only showed the Power Stone and the Time Stone. Oh man, there's so many things. Because let's recap. Where are the Infinity Stones? We've got one with where's the first one? With the Collector. That's the Aether. That's the red one. We've got the Tesseract, which is with Loki, which he's probably going to be giving to Thanos, which I have a theory about. I think he's going to either bargain for his life or bargain for his and Thor's life or something. Loki might die. I think that's going to be one of my predictions. Loki might die. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. So that's Tesseract, the red one. The Power Stone is with is that with the Nova Core? But we saw that Thanos had that in the trailer. So there's 3 of them. We've got the Time Stone with Doctor Strange. We've got Vision's Mind Stone, and that's it. Then we're looking for the Soul Stone. So I think I was spoiled that this movie is looking for the Soul Stone, but I've not been told where it is or or if anybody is correct or wrong of the fan theories. My favorite fan theory is that it's within or has something to do with Heimdall. So yes, my favorite theory is that it's with or related to Heimdall somehow, because that makes sense with the H and the Thanos thing that people have got going on. But his yellow eyes and the fact that he sees souls and all that stuff, I think that could be really cool. I've seen that it could be with him as an Adam Warlock, because he's a huge part of the Soul Stone and the Infinity Gauntlet sort of storyline in the comic books. I also think it could be with the herb, because that starts with an H, a herb, right? An herb, with the in Black Panther and Wakanda. But that's really the main stuff that I'm thinking about. As far as who I think is gonna die, I think Captain America. I think it's time to go. Not because I think I don't like him or anything. I actually do. I liked his character arc and the concepts that he brings up. But no, I think Captain America's gonna die in some way, and then Bucky's gonna get a new arm, and he's gonna have the Captain America logo on it, and he'll be the new Captain America. I don't think anything's gonna happen with Hawkeye. I don't think anything's gonna happen with Ant-Man, because we haven't seen them yet. So I think they're being saved for part 2 or for a future. I think there's gonna be whoever doesn't want to continue their contracts with the Avengers or the MCU. I think they're gonna die. So Thor might die. Thor might die because I think isn't in the comics now a woman Thor. That sounds weird to say, but isn't Thor a woman in the comic books right now? I think that could be a direction they could. There's so many different things that they could do with the MCU that really anybody could die. The one thing that I don't want to see is that everybody dies, literally everybody dies, and then literally everybody gets saved because Doctor Strange's time stone brings everything back and all that stuff. I did spoil myself a little bit. To see set pictures of people of Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. in their Avengers 1 uniform outfit, with Captain America in his Captain America uniform before all this, in the first Avengers. So that's interesting. I wonder if we'll see a flashback or if that's part 2 of the movie, because I thought it was a part 2. What isn't it? Infinity War part 1 and part 2? I think so, maybe. I hope I'm gonna make it in time. I got my ticket last night, the day before. There was only one seat available. That was, well, not one seat, but there's only one good seat left available. That wasn't an aisle or 2 rows front. And it's in between 2 different sets of 4 different people. And I'm really socially anxious about what people think of me. Not that I care about what people think of me. I just don't want, weird looks are weird. I don't like that. I don't care what people think of me. It's just I don't want to be awkward. I want to be cool. I want to be flying. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping. My hope is that both of the groups sitting next to me think that I'm part of the other group, and they just cancel each other out, and nobody talks to me. That's kind of why I'm kind of going sort of late. I would have preferred, if I was going with people, I would have gotten there earlier, but it is what it is. We'll see. Do I turn here? I think I turn here. Alright, I made it here with a little bit of time to spare, so I should be able to sit down in my seat right when the movie starts at 12:30, so should be right on time. We can enjoy this movie. First things first, my car does not have big enough cup holders for the cup, so it's going in my lap. Second of all, that was a really good movie. That was a really, really good movie. I really like it. My camera is a little shorter than I thought it would be. It's okay. All right, I think that might work out. Okay, so let's get talking about it. How does that happen? All right, first things first. This was might be the best, at least one of the best movie-going experiences that I have ever been to. Because of the fact that it's been like 10 years in the making. You know, there have been all of these different movies, all of these different characters, so much build-up, so much unique characters, and it's just so wonderful to see them interact with each other and play off each other in ways that you really, well, in a way that makes sense. It's not like, you know, other things like The Walking Dead where it's like every character is just what the plot wants it to be. No, these characters, like Marvel knows these characters. Marvel knows what makes these characters good and what they've been through and how they think and all that. So I'm super happy about that because each character is so genuine to how they are. When you think about like Star-Lord and Thor and Star-Lord and Iron Man interacting with one another, it's basically exactly how you think, and it makes sense, and it's just such a pleasure to see that. Though because we have had all of these movies, there's not a lot of character development for the characters that we've come to know and love in it, which in my opinion is fine, because if you've seen the previous movies, you know what these characters are all about, so everything they do makes sense. The one character that we do get a lot of character development for is Thanos. And I am so happy about that. I am incredibly happy about that because this is Thanos' movie. He is the good guy in this movie. Not like actually the good guy, but to him, he's the good guy. And luckily, we do have a plot. We do have some writing. We do have some reasons why he's doing this, and it makes it very entertaining to watch, and really it makes for some cool and interesting scenes. There's one in particular, and I am going to spoil this, by the way, so this is a spoiler warning. If you want a spoiler-free review, go see the movie. That is my stamp of approval. Go see the movie, it's fantastic. Second thing, spoilers ahead, watch out, final warning. Thanos really genuinely does care about Gamora, and that's interesting to me. That was the scene I want to talk about, because there's like, most of the movie is Thanos just trying to get all of the Infinity Stones, obviously, and when the Soul Stone is next, nobody knows where it is except Gamora. Gamora told Nebula, Thanos found out. But the thing that's really cool, and there was a cool cameo by Red Skull, which from the first Avengers movie, which is actually super awesome, because the Red Skull was going after the Tesseract, which is the Space Stone. And at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger, we see the Tesseract kind of like beam Red Skull away. We assumed it killed him, but it sent him away, and it sent him to this place where the Soul Stone is. Now, you have to, the thing about with the Soul Stone, you have to sacrifice somebody you love, a soul, to get the Soul Stone. And when I saw Thanos interact with Gamora, I was like, wow, he genuinely loves Gamora. And so when it's Gamora and Thanos has to sacrifice a soul, he sacrifices Gamora, and it is amazing. You know, I want to talk about this, like, from the top, like from the start of the movie to the end of the movie, because I could just talk about it. I could honestly just talk about it. I love the fact, let's go through some of the highlights that I just loved. On top of the Gamora scene, of course, I loved the fact that at the very beginning of the movie, Loki was like, here's the Tesseract, and Thanos was like, you've got this. And then Loki was like, I've also got a Hulk, you know, calling back to the first Avengers with Iron Man saying, we have a Hulk. And then Hulk goes through Thanos and all that. It was good. What else did I love about this movie? I love the interaction between Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. I loved those three. Those three worked out so well because, you know, obviously you have Spider-Man just like going after, like trying to have acceptance and approval from Iron Man, from Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Tony Stark. And then you have just this beef, this weird thing with Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange, really good character. Like, at one point in time he says, you know, if it's between the stone, the boy, and you, I'm gonna protect the stone. And that's so Doctor Strange. It sounds harsh, but that's who Doctor Strange is. He's a harsh person. He's a very logical and a very, I love the sorcerer stuff. That's the biggest thing that I loved about this. How they were able to incorporate all of the things, all of the different parts of the universe together. When the children of Thanos show up on Earth, it makes sense because we've seen Thor Ragnarok, we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, we've seen, I guess, all of the Thor movies, and we have, Black Panther with all of this technology and stuff, and everything really feels like a comic book universe. It really, truly does, because these are characters that we've gotten to know and love, of course, all playing in the same universe, all in the same play space, and while none of them, we don't have like an ensemble image at the either at the very end or very beginning. Each person is doing their thing to stop Thanos in their own unique way, and it completely works. Let's talk about deaths. Let's talk about deaths and the ending, because it kind of correlates with itself. I don't know what I feel about it. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. I loved it, but I'm not sure. All the deaths feel very safe. I don't feel like anybody's truly dead yet. There was lots of death, but then again, there's not a lot of death. Obviously, I said Gamora was sacrificed for the Soul Stone, but and I'll just say Loki was killed off first scene. In a brilliant way. It was a fantastic scene. Same thing with Heimdall. Really sad they didn't have a bigger part. I wish they had a bigger part in fighting and stuff, because they have really cool powers that I think could have been implemented better. Who else actually died? Vision, of course, at the very end. He was the last of the stones that they needed. Who else died? I don't feel like there was anybody else that actually died. Spoiler warning. My ending was right that I predicted. I predicted that at the very end, Thanos would get all of and what I hoped, Thanos would get all of the Infinity Stones and snap his fingers. And Thor, with his new weapon, which is freaking awesome, it uses, it's like, Thor's hammer, but it also uses part of the, what do you call it, the little rainbow bridge that they use, so it can almost teleport you, and it was teleporting through Thanos' powers. It was so freaking great, and it goes right into Thanos' chest, and Thanos goes, you should have hit me in my head, and he snaps. And that's not the end of the movie. We get this really interesting scene. I'm predicting that it's within the Soul Stone, because it has Gamora on it's like a blank planet, like water on the bottom, or glass on the bottom or something. And child Gamora was like, did you do it, Thanos? And Thanos is like, yeah. And then Gamora's like, what did it cost? And he says, everything, which is why he's such a great villain. Because he's such a good character. Then they go back to Earth and they show people kind of fading away and everything, and it's nice. They kill most of the cast, really. There's only, half of them left, so that's nice. They fade into dust and everything, so that's really cool. But one thing, my predictions for the next one, my predictions for the next movie, oh boy, there's this part. Okay, Doctor Strange was going through all of the different possibilities of them fighting Thanos. And somebody was like, how many different possibilities are there? And he was like, 1,400,000, something big number. And someone was like, how many of those did we win? And he was like, 1. So, first of all, that's a fantastic line. I love that. I think that was great. But after that, after they fight and everything, by the way, Chris Pratt, what's his name? Star-Lord has a moment where he punches Thanos in the face and it messes up their plan and everything. Sort of like Daryl and Negan, horrible. But ever since then, Doctor Strange willingly gives Thanos the Time Stone. And he tells Tony Stark it was the only way. So I think Doctor Strange knows what he has to do. I think he knows what he has to do. I think everything's going according to plan. I don't think something horrible is going to happen. I don't think this is wrong. I don't think we're doomed. I don't think this is going to change. I'm hoping people are actually going to die still, but I don't know. But anyway, I am at my grandparents' house because I need to drop some stuff off. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. So, last thing I need to talk about, last thing that we all need to talk about is the end credit scene, because this is how I think we're gonna come back from this. I don't think we have the tools necessary right now. At the very end, the end credit scene, it's a scene of Nick Fury with like a pager or something. I didn't quite see exactly what it was, but he sent something. He probably sent like a signal or something, and it was sending, the camera zooms up on it, and it says sent. And then on the little pager, on the little thing, Captain Marvel's logo. Captain Marvel's logo pops up. This is, I think, the next phase. I think that's the next phase. I think it's the next movie that's coming out, as well as Adam Warlock. So I think those two are gonna have a really important aspect of, you know, bringing back or undoing what Thanos has done. I think this is just gonna be the next event. I think this is just gonna be the next event in the universe that's like, makes even more super people come, if that makes sense. With each event, like New York, like where were they at in Age of Ultron, you know, they've gotten more super people, more people to. So yeah, Captain Marvel and Adam Warlock. I think those are the two that we're gonna get in order to undo all of these things. Because this is definitely a first part movie. This is definitely not a full, complete movie. But I think that's where I'll end it with the movie talk. I think that's it. I think that's my whole thoughts on everything. I know, long video, but yeah, that's it. I will say, I am ashamed and I am sad and I am very, very distraught that I have not been seeing movies by myself for the past couple years, because it was just like stress-free, like whatever. It was packed. So like I had to sit next to people, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but like as the movie was going, like that thought went away and I was able to just like be fully invested into the movie without worrying about, you know, who I was there with and whatever. So that was really nice. And I just got to leave whenever I wanted to. It was nice. It was really nice. But it is time. I need to run home. I need to switch out of this shirt because it is too small, and I thought I could wear it, but it's too small and too uncomfortable. So I'm going to switch clothes, and I have actually somewhere to be. We're throwing a party for someone at work who is leaving, so I've got to go and do that, and that's probably how my day is going to end. Started going to work instead of going to the apartment complex that we're supposed to be going. So I'm late. Well, that was a good success. That was a good success. Fun party, fun going away party. It was nice. There was pool, there was foosball, there was games, there was a bunch of good stuff. It was nice. It was good. And it was a surprise party, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, now I've got to. It's only 9:30, but I feel like it's later because I got up early. But now I've got to run to the store, and I have to go get some groceries. I am definitely done for the day. I just realized I don't know if you guys have a Sam's Club or a Costco, but they're very good stores if you want to buy stuff in bulk for a good price. You're buying a lot of stuff, but you're buying it at a cheaper price than you would have to individually. So now when I go to like a Walmart or King Soopers, it's like, man, these prices are so high. So I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to get because I can get some at Sam's and all that, but that's besides the point, and you're not interested in all that stuff. I got the stuff that I wanted, and I'm ready to go home. But I would call today a success. We successfully got the car mount mounted, which I might move it over here. It's on the passenger side window, which I'm not sure if I like or not, because I'm like talking perpendicular to you instead of like, well, I guess it'd still be perpendicular, but I got the car mounted. The car mount mounted, I saw Infinity War, which is fantastic. I went to my grandmother's and dropped off all of the stuff that I needed to give her. Had a good surprise party, and I got groceries, so I think it's good. So now what I plan on doing, I plan on going home and relaxing. I might play some Shadows of Evil, I might play some Origins, I might play some World War II, maybe some God of War, I don't know, we'll see. I might just go home and take a nap, I don't know. But anyway, that is all I have time for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you like this video. If you like the vlogging style types of videos. I doubt I can make this consistent as it is right now. But if you'd like it, if you want to see more of it in the future, leave a like in the video. Leave a like in the video. That is what my day has come to. That's what happens when you take an introverted person and you make them stop moving around. Leave a like in the video. That's what my day has come to. That's what happens when you take an introverted person and make them do errands and do things and be outside with people all the time, all day. I can't wait to go home. But anyway, that's all I have time for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.